Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to have you back today for a new reading. I hope that all of you are doing amazing today and having a wonderful day. So this message is meant to deliver to you the truth about what's next in your life. So if you felt called to this reading, if you felt like this message was for you, let's see what is the truth about what's coming up next in your life and your life's journey. Spirit, can you please give us the truth and only the truth and the message for this person's highest good? What is coming up next in your life? What is the truth about what's coming in next for this person and this collective who is being reached by this message? Okay, so we do have the Fortress. Fortitude, staying power, stubborn, sealed off, aloof, prepared, backbone, endure, lasting, ready for anything, determined, unbreakable, true grit, what it takes. Very interesting message, very interesting energy that we're tuning into. The Pearl, wow. Okay, emotional force, opening up, experimental, wisdom, honesty, intuition, perception, loyalty, the moon, subconscious mind, hidden things, diving deep layers, developing character. Oh, yeah, that makes sense with developing character. I want to say, you guys, a lot of number ones. So maybe 1-1, 11-11, you could be a life path number 1 as well. Could be significant, but there is a lot of like character development here. And the rings, contracts, agreements, bonds. Oh, is this about your destiny? That's what I heard the moment I opened this card. Of course, it can mean also about marriage, but the rings, this is something that's bound, right? Something that's faded almost. Let's see, contracts, agreements, bonds, strong connections, unions, partner, counterpart, lovers, telepathy, like-minded people, committed partner, engaged, interconnected, and soulmate. Wow, guys. Oh, look at this. We have 1, 1, and 2. So 11, 11 can be significant. 11 can be significant. Maybe 12, 12, 12. Those numbers can be a sign for you. Okay, so the truth about what's next in your life. I feel like your stubbornness, your grit, your unbreakable determination for something in your life. It's like, I see you're the last one standing, almost is what I'm getting with this energy of like everyone has already quit this journey that you have started. I feel like you're the last one standing and you're the one who's going to make it. Because I feel like something destined is approaching for you coming up next. Now, this destined thing can be alignment to your purpose, can be alignment to your soulmate, can be alignment to your higher calling in life. There may be like a significant person also coming up in your life that is destined to enter your life next. But I feel like you're in a time when something faded is going to happen moving forward. And with the pearl, fun fact, the pearls are actually, they start off as an infection in the shell. And the shell has to fight, it has to heal, and that's how the pearl is created. And so that maybe resonate with you. That maybe it feels like with your character, your stubbornness and your, your backbone, your willingness to just not give up on something is leading you to a very faded and destined moment in this next phase of your life. And I also feel like everything that you've maybe been through until now was preparing you for exactly what's coming up next. So I want to look into your tarot cards to see more about what this is about exactly, but I feel like there is a very destined maybe event or a time of your life that you're stepping into, and it feels like we had interconnected, right? So it feels like everything in your life has been connected with each other. Every event, every situation has been leading up to this very moment. So what is this about, Spirit? What is the truth? What is the truth about what's next for this person's life? I'm hearing someone's throat chakra can be relevant, but you do have the Queen of Swords, and with determined, that really shows that there is something about your character that you just do not quit. Like, you are not a quitter. You're someone who just does not give up no matter what. You have this stubbornness, this will to succeed, to accomplish something. I don't know. I'm hearing something about a wound that it's going to turn out to be your biggest blessing. See how that resonates with you. The 8 of Cups. Okay, so you're ready to go towards the next thing in life, I feel. It's like, you know, there's this energy of you feel like you've completed a part of your journey. You've completed a part of your life. And your inner calling, it's saying that it's time for something else. It's time for you to explore maybe a path in life you always, you know, I also feel like about what's coming up next in your life. It's like you always knew this time was going to arrive. There was something in you that at some point in your life, you always knew you were going to be led to this place or led to this direction, led to this purpose, led to this pursuit, this person. And it seems like that time is approaching and you're becoming aware of it. You're becoming more in tune, I also want to say, with the inner calling that's signaling this to you. So the Queen of Cups, we have the 9 of Wands. Maybe you have been even waiting for this time. Like, oh, okay. I'm seeing the message here. The Hangman. Yeah, okay. So there was something holding you back though. 7 of Wands. So, you know, I feel like, okay, here's what I'm getting. Very, very interesting message. It feels like you always knew what your purpose was, or you always knew that this time of your life was going to come. But for some reason, in this previous period, you felt like something was not allowing you to. It's like every single time you try, feels like something is putting you back in your place, or you feel like this need to stay still. You feel this inner need, like it's not time yet, like I shouldn't be impatient, I shouldn't reach for something before it's ready. Maybe this is how you felt, or you felt very stuck in the way that your hands are tied. And you know, I feel like the people who will be here in this reading today, you have a very deep intuition and maybe even psychic senses that you're not aware of. And being a psychic doesn't always have to do with you being able to read tarot. It can be just a very, like, having a very deep, like, introspection about your future, and like being able to like sense timing, sense events, sense big energies around you that are approaching. And maybe in you, and this is a very spiritual thing I want to say, maybe in you, you felt like before it just wasn't the time. Even if you wanted to reach for what's next, you could have felt like it just wasn't the time. And like you maybe tried, but it still didn't work because maybe your soul just said like it just wasn't time. Just wasn't time, you know? But I feel like that still didn't like you make you back down from this. And so before, you maybe have been experiencing this energy of like, I know I'm meant for this, but it just feels like it's not the time. And so something feels like it's restricting you from moving. Something feels like it's holding you in the same place. Whether this is a spiritual energy or it's maybe just you, your soul, saying this to you. I want to say that what's coming up next is that time you have been waiting on. And I was saying there's something very interesting here with the 9 of Wands. Everything in your life has been preparing you for this time. Because the 9 of Wands, this is a warrior. With the Fortress, this is a warrior who's been through many, many, many ups and downs in their life. And through each time, they get up stronger and stronger and stronger. And so yes, maybe you feel exhausted, but I'm getting also the exhaustion is the sign. If you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling like you're burning out, that may be the very well sign for you that you are ready to go into this new direction in your life. And so the Queen of Cups and the rings, I do feel like you're being connected with something that's going to be, again, feeling destined, feeling emotionally rewarding for you. This is your purpose, or it's the love of your life, or it's the career of your dreams. Maybe it's for someone moving to a city that feels resonating and aligned to their soul. So I feel like the next phase in your life is helping you align to something that you've always had a big inner calling for, but for some reason, it feels like the time wasn't right before. And for everyone, I'm sure this is gonna maybe have a different meaning, and you might find a different meaning in this message as well. Maybe you felt like the circumstances weren't aligned. Maybe you felt like there was a divine timing in your situation. So see how this resonates for you, but I do get this feeling of you trying to pursue this path before, but it feels like something is restricting it or preventing you from it. It can be an inner belief, or maybe you felt like your circumstances were that way. Okay, the truth about what's next in your life. Mentorship and finances with the patron. So there can be an aligned soul coming up right now for you in your life that is meant to serve as a mentor, is meant to guide you towards this next phase in your life, which is really telling to me that, you know, you're ready to learn also. The stubborn energy is very hard to teach. It's very hard to, you know, like tell them what's necessary and for that energy to accept it because it's so stubborn. And it can be a good and a bad thing, right? It can be a good thing because it gives you strong will, but it can be a negative thing because sometimes the stubbornness literally makes us reject information that can help us because we feel like we need to have it our way. So I also feel like there's something about you softening up and maybe being more willing to learn, opening up your perspective, right? A big part of maybe why you also felt stuck could be because you always felt like you have to have it your way, or it's doesn't matter, you know? And so there's something about your mind, your consciousness that's opening up in this time, and you're willing to learn, you're willing to do research, you're willing to ask for help. That's a big thing. I feel like maybe you're so used to doing everything by yourself, but in this next phase of your life, you may be seeking mentorship. You may be, you know, being honest with yourself and telling yourself, okay, like I can't do this alone. I need help. So you may want to find teachers. You may want to find companions who will pursue the journey together with you. So someone is open to learning, someone is open to knowledge, to receiving information that's going to help them, receiving mentorship that's going to help maybe also dissolve certain obstacles in your life. A lot of the obstacles that you can be experiencing right now can be maybe fixed with knowledge, or can be fixed with the right guidance. That's important, the right guidance. So I do feel like there is, again, with the soulmate, you being connected with a person who is destined to enter your life right now, whom you're meant to receive guidance from, who's meant to guide you. And I'm hearing, you know, when you're ready, the teacher will show up for you. Or the teacher shows up when the student is ready. I don't know how that saying goes, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. So maybe you're ready to be the student. Maybe you're ready to learn, and that stubbornness, to start using it in an effective way, in a way that serves you, which is through resilience and being unbreakable, but also knowing when to open up your perspective and knowing when to allow people who know more than you step in your place and help you. It's going to make your life much easier. Trust me. It's going to make your life much easier, but it's also important to like find the right people. You know, it's not just about finding anyone, but it's about finding like-minded people, which you have like-minded people. I just watched this interview recently from this actress, and she was saying, how she believes in connection between people. When two people notice each other, when two people pick up on their energy and they feel guided to connect, maybe this is what you're also experiencing, is this connection with someone. Where have you had an encounter like that, where you meet someone and you feel like you're just communicating basically through looking at each other, telepathy, right? So there is an important union. I do feel, with the mentorship, maybe this person who's coming up in your life is more going to serve you as a teacher and as a mentor who's meant to guide this next phase of your life so that you can move in an easier way, and you can put the stubbornness, you can put the backbone, the unbreakable side of your character towards what's actually going to serve it, like your energy and your force to move forward, but allowing space for mentorship and guidance to come in to make this easier for you. What else do you need to know? In stagnation, bravery and a pioneering spirit. Yeah, I feel like, with this person holding the match here, it definitely is showing your character. And notice we have in stagnation, and I was saying how maybe you felt very held back recently or in this previous phase of your life. But you have a very brave spirit, and I feel like you have a spirit that's not easy to shut down. Yeah, you're very stubborn, which I feel like can serve you in your life if you use it correctly. But it seems like you're in this next phase of your life, you're in stagnating. You're no longer feeling stuck. Because the Hangman is also all about reaching the right perspective. We can move all we want, we can take action all we want, but if it's not coming from the right perspective, you're just gonna, I'm hearing you can't keep doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. And so maybe this is about you finally reaching the right perspective to also take action from. And that's going to help you a lot moving forward. Okay, let's pull an angel number card for you guys to end your reading. What else do you need to know? What is the truth and the message that is meant to be communicated, Spirit, in this time? Okay, we have 2 angel numbers. I was sensing the number 4, but I wasn't sure if I should say it, but it looks like it wants to come out. To first of all let you know that you're safe. So 444. Trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you're where you need to be in the present moment. I'm protected. So, I feel like the sensing that you've had that it's maybe not time yet, it was also correct. Because your card is saying, trust that you're where you need to be in the present time. So maybe you've had this inkling before of like, you want to rush, like you want to get ahead of time. You want to maybe step into a moment that is destined before it's meant to happen. That's kind of how I'm getting the message here. It's like someone trying to rush into something, but they're aware that it's not the time. But the good thing is about the time is approaching in this next phase of your life. So there is this eagerness also, like I'm getting this eagerness from you to, like impatience to do something, and it's not a bad thing. I feel like it's coming from excitement. I feel like it's coming because of your passion for something, your excitement for something. And we also have number 1, which again, we had 1, 1, and 2. Also number 14, which is all about new beginnings. So beautiful. Let's see, you have the I am innovative card. You're a self-starter with very innovative ways of creating opportunity. Your determination and endurance are powerful and will help you get through rough times and reach success. Wow, how is this so connected to your reading? Definitely, I feel like you have the ability to, you're a very innovative person, and I feel like you're someone who works maybe best when you start from nothing. You know, like I feel like for like me, maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, it's much easier to start for me when I literally have like DIY things, basically. You know, like start with what you have around. That's kind of how I'm getting. Maybe you also work well this way, where you can begin with just what you have around, and you can initiate these things, and then, you know, the more you move forward, the more they will grow. But use the power of the tools that you have just laying around your home, basically, is what this card is saying. You're a very powerful innovator. I feel like you can make something out of nothing. And I also feel like a lot of things are overlooked. You know, we may see a piece of paper and be like, that's just a piece of paper, but you see so much more of that piece of paper. You see art, you see a book, you see a story, you see a project being developed, you know? And so I feel like you're very innovative. Your imagination, oh yeah, I feel like your imagination is a very powerful tool that you have. And it feels like, you know, your determination is also getting you through some rough times that maybe you have been experiencing and are helping you reach success. So this is really confirming to me that in this next phase of your life, the truth about what's coming next is, oh, do you hear the engine? So I feel like something is ready to start. The engine is ready to start going, whereas prior you maybe felt so stuck in the same place. I feel like in this next phase of your life, you are approaching a time where your inner calling, this thing that you've been aware of for maybe your entire life, but you felt like it was not the time for it. It's finally, its time is coming up. And you're being called to move towards your purpose, to move towards your destiny. Also be open-minded to an encounter, because I do feel like there is you're making room for maybe a mentor or a guide that is going to help this journey moving forward. So that's what I have for your reading today. I hope that this resonated for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.